YouTube? It's your boy Tits here, and today we're going to take a look at the Supra. A lot of you guys also have been asking to see a build for this weapon. It's been out a while, so I just want to do a quick review of it, go over some key points, and then jump into the build part of the video. With this weapon, I really want to talk about all its downfalls, because whenever anybody ever mentions the Supra to me, all they ever talk about, just like they did with the Gorgon, was, oh, it's the highest DPS weapon in the game, or it's so powerful, this and that. And yes, it has a fast fire rate when fully spooled, and it also has a really nice base damage. But some of the downfalls before I get into some gameplay here. It's got a very slow spool up time, so you're going to need to put on a full speed trigger to counteract that. So right there, you're losing out on getting a damage mod in by putting a full speed trigger on. It's got a very slow projectile time. This is one of the worst things about this weapon, and it really needs buffed. So here's a long range shot to that door. Check out the projectile speed. Took forever to reach the other side. Now, yeah, I know this weapon's for up close, shooting into, a big mob of enemies, but still, for all around usability, I just want to show you how slow the projectile speed is. The weapon also burns through ammo. It's got a very slow reload time, and it is non-armor ignore. Also, the weapon damage type is not laser like it looks like it'd be, it's just regular bullet damage type. Here's the reload speed with the reload mod with 2 ranks in it. Trying to reload without fast hands in, it is just unbearable. And here's the spool up speed. So it only takes about a second before I'm firing at full fire rate, and that's because of the full speed trigger. Without it, you'd be sitting there for a few seconds trying to get to your full fire rate. Very annoying. So you really need the full speed trigger, and you need some fast hands in there, and you're gonna have to figure out a way to counteract how quickly this burns through ammo. And all of those reasons right there is, reasons you're going to be losing a lot of damage because you could have put damage mods on instead. Alright, let's go find some enemies. And we got some chargers here. Want to see how long it takes to kill a full health one. 1, 2, 3, 4. About 4 to 5 bullets. Really about the same amount it took me with the dare, to be honest. Here's an ancient. Watch how much damage I lose when shooting an ancient when I'm not shooting in their weak spot. Got 90 in a clip right now. Look at that weak damage I do. There's the whole clip right there. Now, of course, I'd want to shoot in the weak spot of the Ancient, or any, Grineer, or any of the heavily armored Corpus. But the whole thing is with this weapon, it's meant for, spraying into a big group of enemies. It's a minigun, that's what this weapon's meant for. But being that it's non-armor ignore, has a really bad projectile speed, and that it has and check out the spread of the bullets here. Look at those. Look at those hitting the door. Spread of the bullets go all over. So when you're shooting into a bunch of enemies, if you're not crowd controlling them with your Warframe, it's not really that easy to be able to hit the enemy's weak spots. So unless you're on lower level enemies, or weak Corpus, or lower level Grineer, you're going to be losing a ton of damage to the Ancients, to higher level enemies, to heavily armored Corpus. Most instances you're going to be losing a lot of your damage. Let's just try to not crowd control him and run around and actually kill him here. Don't want to let that poison touch me, so I got to run away. Try to shoot on his weak spot, and I killed him a lot quicker from shooting him in the weak spot. But if I was using a gun like the Dara, or anything that just shoots perfectly straight, doesn't have a big spread, I'd actually be able to kill him quicker, to be honest, because I'm not going to be losing as much damage. So yeah, if you just kind of glance at the stats, it might seem like this gun, is so OP, like a lot of people, always mention to me, but it really isn't. It has a lot of downsides that you're going to need to counter, with mods, which is going to make you lose damage, and also other ways like crowd control with the Warframe, having to slow down to try to, hit weak spots, which, which isn't what this weapon's even meant for. All these things are really going to take its main use out of this gun and take a lot of the DPS out of this gun. So you might want to think about spending all of those resources and all of the time to build and mod this weapon, because there's a lot of better choices. One being the Dara. I would highly recommend using the Dara over this weapon. So let's go ahead and jump into the builds that I would recommend with this weapon. Alright guys, let's go ahead and go over the recommended builds I would use with this weapon for all three factions, and some different variations I'll go over as well. For Grineer, I would go with a fully ranked Serration, fully ranked Split Chamber, a fully ranked Piercing Hit, a fully ranked Speed Trigger, fully ranked Rifle Ammo Mutation mod, and a Fast Hands ranked 1 from the top. That's 4 ranks in Fast Hands. Now for Corpus, swap out the Fast Hands there with a Fast Hands that has just 2 ranks in it. And I would swap out the Piercing Hit with a fully ranked Stormbringer. And the rest of the build stays the same. Now remember, both Electric and AP they both give the same amount, great damage bonus to the Corpus Crewmen and the MOAs, the different types of Corpus. So if you wanted to, because maybe the couple ranks of Fast Hands is just not enough of a reload for you, you could swap out Stormbringer with a fully ranked AP, which only costs 9 points. You're going to lose a little bit of damage, but you can put those other 2 points in Fast Hands. And remember, throughout these 3 builds I'm showing you, if you're someone that can't get Serration ranked up all the way, then of course if you only have it 2 or 3 from the top, then I'd recommend putting them extra 2 or 3 points in Fast Hands to make it fully ranked, and that will be, your best all-around build. You're gonna lose some damage, but if you don't have Serration up all the way, at least you're gonna be able to reload faster, and that's what I would recommend. And for Infested, I would put this Hellfire in, fully ranked, in place of the Stormbringer. And everything else stays the same for Infested. And that's pretty much it. This gun really eats through ammo, so the Rifle Ammo Mutation mod really helps you out. Even on regular maps, you're going to find yourself burning through ammo. So, the weapon does a lot of damage. I really wouldn't mess around with trying to have the most damage you can without forming it by losing, an ammo mod like this, and then taking a lot of its usability away. I would really recommend going with the builds that I've showed you here for all the factions, and take Fast Hands all the way up if your Serration isn't all the way up. And that's pretty much it. Those are the 3 different builds and variations that I would go with. I hope this helped you out, guys. Please comment, like, subscribe, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.